Trust is something that is rare to find these days. Whether you're from a rich family, you're from a poor family, you're from a third world country, or you're from a well-developed country, whether you're doing good in life or things are not going good, trust is something that everyone has to deal with. Everyone faces trust issues. There are some people, you may be watching me right now, and you have gone through series where someone has hurt you, where someone has said a word that has hurt you emotionally, spiritually. It may be your pastor, he has said words, or your parents, or it could be you have been in a relationship that has not lasted that long, and it has all got to deal with trust issues. And you are wondering, you are seated there and saying, will I ever trust someone? Will I be able to trust someone again? But there is still hope for you. There is still hope. As long as you still breathe, you still have hope. As long as you still have air to breathe, as long as you still have air to breathe and you're still alive, you can still trust someone. The Bible says that for our trust is not in chariots, it is not in horses, but it's in the Lord. So our trust should be in the Lord. Many people may have broken our promises. There may have been broken promises where someone has hurt you, someone has said he will do this, he will do A or B, but he has not done it. And you're wondering, is everyone like this in the world? If everyone I meet, if everyone I interact with has hurt me, you do not have to live a life where you are insecure. You do not have to live a life where you see that I cannot trust anyone, because there are genuine people that you can trust. You can trust the Lord. You can first trust the Lord because He knows you. He's your maker. He's your creator. He knows you. He created you. In Amos it says, can two walk together unless they agree? So for you to walk together with God, you must agree. You must come to an agreement. There's a favorite verse that people quote every day, John 3:16, that says, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever will believe in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. God so loved the world. God so loved you that He gave His Son. He trusted His Son, that in Him there will be salvation. In Him you will be saved. In Him you will have hope. In the Bible it also talks about men that were presented by King Nebuchadnezzar. King Nebuchadnezzar was a king of Babylon, and he had made a decree that at the sound of this, everyone should bow down to the idol he had made. But these men, their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They said, we shall not trust in men. We shall not trust in what man says, but we shall trust in the Lord. So even at the point of death, when they were thrown in the burning furnace, they still trusted God. So what happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is that they were delivered. They were delivered from the burning furnace. Why were they delivered? It's because they chose to put their trust in God. To an extent that even the men that carried them, the men that pushed them to the burning furnace, were burnt. But these men that chose to trust in the Lord were delivered. So you may be seated there, you may be wondering, you may be confused, you may be asking yourself, how can I overcome trust issues? The Lord is the answer. Jesus is the answer. He says, I am the way. He is the answer. Whatever worry you have, whatever distraction you have, whatever man did to you, Jesus is the answer. Jesus is the only answer.